Alright, YouTube, so this stuff is called JLF, JDAM liquid fertilizer. All types of different materials, but all it is, water, some brown leaf off the ground like that, and whatever material you want to make liquid fertilizer with. So for instance, I'm growing corn in the back. So this is corn, water, and some handful of brown leaves. Now that right there are some mushrooms that I threw in for the extra mycelium. This right here is an onion JLF, onion JDAM liquid fertilizer. And the idea is that onions have what onions need. Corn has what corn needs. Cannabis has what cannabis needs. And the list goes on. So the nutrient that's coming from the onions is going to be the exact nutrient that the onions want. Make sense? Any microbes that work well with onions will be developed in this JLF, and the microbe population that I want for onions will be increased. Now you can see when you push it down, tons of bubbles going on, tons of air bubbles. This is all anaerobic. You could call it top-level fermentation. You can call it putrefaction, but this is JDAM style. JDAM was created for poor communist farmers. If you read the JDAM book, he'll tell you why he created it. For farmers that did not have the financial means to buy nutrients for their crops. Master Cho is the son of the creator of KNF. Master Cho is the guy who created JDAM. His father created KNF. So I go with JDAM style. You can go with KNF. It's two totally different ways when you get into it. Some people think they're really similar. They're different. I do a lot of JDAM. So there's that. You can see on top of the corn how the bacterial biofilm has exploded. It was even more bubbly than it was. It's starting to get, some type of bacteria or something. Maybe yeast, who knows, on top. But whatever microorganisms are in there and are working and are thriving, that's what matches corn well. And so I take this and I feed it to my corn. I take this, I feed it to my onions. I take this, feed it to my cannabis. This is all just old cannabis defoliation. Again, with water, brown leaves, let it set. This is over about 2 months old now. You can see I use it to feed cannabis with. This is a iris specific JLF. All my irises that had died or that were done blooming, yeah, got stuck right in there. Now all that juice is what you use. That juice is nutrient rich. Loaded with nitrogen, definitely from these plants here. Let's see all the bubbles, all the work that's going on underneath in the water. Again, it's all anaerobic, not aerobic. It's a big difference between KNF and JDAM. This is bamboo specific JLF. It loves to grow mycelium, man, all over these things. I've already stirred this up a couple of times, and this is about a 3-day-old look, probably 2-day-old look. But there'll be lots of fungus get up all in this bamboo. From my studies, bamboo roots have the most microorganisms in the root system for any grass. One reason they can grow so fast, so big, so quick. So I'm getting microbes and nutrients from bamboo. And whenever I water, I'll get a cup of this, cup of that, dump it all in, have a good mixture. If I'm just watering cannabis and I just want this, I can use just that. I can use the corn with the cannabis too. I mean, I don't know what happens. That takes a while to understand how the process all works, but it's just nutrient and microbes. These are other ones. These are probably just yard scrap JLF, just like when I use my wheelbarrow and gather all kinds of things. These are just basic yard scrap JLFs. That stuff is this bucket right here is loaded. It is full to the top. That juice, that's what we want. Microbes, water is breaking the plant down. And the longer these things sit, the more available the nutrient is, right? It's broken down into its most basic form. And whenever I water it back in, the microbes, roots, recognize it, they're ready to uptake it immediately. I'll show you some other stuff. This junk's old right here. I had one cannabis JLF that I had for 3 years. That black gold out. See how it just turns black? And it just rots down into a black sludge. This is a few months old. But it's just glorious to me. I love that look. That black, just death look. Anyway, JLF, JDAM liquid fertilizers. Instead of buying nutrient, you're trying to make your nutrient. This is what is called a JDAM microbial solution. What I'm doing, instead of nutrients, I'm propagating microbes. So you take water, a starchy substance such as corn, rice, or potatoes. Potatoes is what's usually used. And some brown leaves, again, from the ground. Put it all in here, let it sit in the heat. 3 days, you'll have microbes that you can spray onto your plants. So this is JDAM style stuff. This is the stuff I want to be trying to teach you guys a little more in depth on YouTube. Teach you all how much to use when you water. If you use, you know, a 70 gal like this, how much do you fill up? If you're just using a 5-gallon bucket, how many cups would you put in there? So those are the things I want to try to teach y'all on YouTube. I can spend a little more time and go in depth with it. I'll show you also what we'll be talking about, composting. Well, that's hot. I felt a bunch of heat come off of that. These are my 3 main composters here. Oh yeah, alive, man, that is alive. 3 main composters. I'll show you guys how I compost. Show you the simplicity of composting. I know there's lots of books on composting, but y'all got to remember, academics have to write academic books. So they're going to make it difficult so that it looks like, you know, it's worth your buy. I get it. I was in the academy also for about 10 years. I understand this stuff. I take these things into its most simple form and do it because I'm a lazy genius farmer is what I like to call it. Moves that are lazy, but freaking genius because they save you so much time and energy and effort. All right, so that's a good long video. I'll be posting more, guys. Watch and learn.